And just like that, we are back here on Women's Wrestling Talk for our Honey Night Smackdown watch along. If you're seeing my face, you know damn well what day it is and what time it is. It is time for a Honey Night Smackdown watch along, and I will be your hostess for the evening. And I'm not even gonna say much more. I'm just gonna do this and give the intro. How about that?
Can't no man knock me out. I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody. This is my show. This is my camera. I run it all.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Oh, yes. Oh, happy day it is indeed. I don't think anybody's happier than me to be here right now. I am so excited to get into tonight. But again, TGIF, beautiful people, happy Friday. It is time for our Honey Night Smackdown watch along, and I am so excited for tonight's show. And I think a lot of you know exactly why, because the OTC, the original, and still the tribal chief, my tribal chief, Roman Reigns, makes his big return to SmackDown tonight, and they're coming live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I cannot wait to see what that will entail. We have so much more as well tonight. We have Jade Cargill versus ALBA FYRE. We also have Santos Escobar versus Andrade for a U.S. title #1 contendership face-off. DIY taking on Pretty Deadly for a #1 contendership. And let's see, we also have the Street Profits battling it out with A-Town Down Under. And I'm just really super hyped, man. I'm just super hyped to be here. I cannot wait to get into all the shenanigans tonight. I cannot wait to see Solo Sikoa's crying self and throwing tantrums for being upset that he is no longer the tribal chief, because, sir, that's because you never were the tribal chief, my good sir. Not mine, not Paul Heyman's, and not a lot of us who also can agree with me, I'm sure. But I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited. We're showing the previews and the aftermath of everything that happened on SummerSlam, where this is the first SmackDown after SummerSlam as well. It's just so much. It's crazy to think that SummerSlam was just a week ago. It was just a week ago. You normally, or not normally, but in other times we would still be preparing for SummerSlam, but SummerSlam has came and went and conquered and rocked our worlds, and people are still talking about it. And we are ready to go live here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is a packed house. Everybody's got their ones up. And you know what? I'm going to sit here and assume that a lot of them were Cody crybabies as well. Put those fake ones down, damn it. I wonder if he's going to be the first thing to come. Oh, Cody. We are opening up with our retaining heavyweight champion, Cody Rhodes. I've gotten so used to saying that over the years. Sorry for the mistake. But Cody Rhodes, the champ, is coming out, and I would think to hope and also pray that he could possibly be giving some kind of acknowledgement to our tribal chief, because he is the very reason that title is still in his hands. And yeah, I can't wait to see what he's going to want to talk about. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really intrigued to see where Cody's journey goes now. I don't know, but I know he's definitely going to be talking about the aftermath of SummerSlam. We're on SmackDown. Yeah, looking dapper and as fresh as ever. Shout outs to everybody already in the chat and joining us. Matt, I hope you're acknowledging your true tribal chief now. Hello, Dad. Good to see you. And I wanted to share this with everybody today, but I got a new shirt today in the mail, and shout outs to my dad, because usually when things like this happen or big moments happen or my favorite wrestler reemerges, I find a surprise in the mail. I got a little surprise here, and still the tribal chief Roman Reigns shirt delivered from my dad, and I totally appreciate it. And I love the gift. It was so thoughtful. I was so surprised. I had a lot going on today, and I'm on 4 to 5 hours sleep. Your girl is still gonna roll through with this watch along. There was no way that I was not going to have a watch along, knowing that my tribal chief is making a big return to SmackDown, and I can't wait. It's been a whole summer. I've been going crazy. I've been going out of my mind. And now I no longer have to. Now I can relax. Now I can enjoy the end of my summer, because I know that as long as my OTC, my tribal chief, is around, everything's going to be okay. Everything is going to be A-okay. And Cody Rhodes is in the house. Like those shoes, Cody. Those are dope. Cody, I say this probably every week, but it's because it's true. Cody Rhodes is probably one of the best dressed champions I've ever seen. And we've had some really good ones, okay? If you want to go back, you got guys like, Ric Flair even, but he is the most dappered up and suited up and three-piece suited with the vest. Like, it's just killing me, and I can't deal with it. He just slays every time. He slays. But let's see what Tulsa and the champ will want to talk about tonight. I wonder. You guys let me know what you think in the chat as well. Thank you so much for sticking around. Jeffrey, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us at our WWT live show. And thank you for joining us here. What's up, everybody in the chat? Ashley Valdez, good to see you, my dear. Hope all is well with you. Happy Friday. And so, Tulsa, Oklahoma, what do you want to talk about? I know what I want to talk about. You guys see my fake ink? If you guys missed it, you guys must be living under a rock. And you know what? I have just the perfect moment for that.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.
But you saw that very look that Roman had? Your girl was dressed up in full Roman Reigns cosplay, had the tattoo and everything, but now the ink's coming off. It's wearing off a bit, but we had such a great time on Monday for the aftermath of SummerSlam. I showed up as the OTC tribal chief. They do say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and damn well I love to support everything and all things Roman Reigns and tribal chief. Cody is ripping the Band-Aid. He's already ripping the Band-Aid off. He wants to know who his next opponent will be at Bash in Berlin. Oh, and just before he could say something, the Timu tribal chief has come out. The blasphemous tribal chief, the apparent quote unquote tribal chief that was supposed to restore the glory of this bloodline, this new Timu bloodline. Boy, bye. And you have that Ula Fala necklace on. You better take that off. Somebody needs to Roman needs to take that off. Take that off of him. But he is here with Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. Obviously, we know Jacob Fatu is out with injury, according to some reports. Solo don't give a damn what Cody wants to talk about. He doesn't care about what these people want to hear. Solo's really diving. I will give it to Solo. He's diving real deep into this heel role and speaking, because we're so used to him not doing that, because he was always being the enforcer. He was the guard dog. But now that is now Jacob Fatu's position, but Solo's pissed. Everybody's screaming OTC, OTC, OTC. Somebody wants to, but you know what? I mentioned this on WWT Live earlier. Oh, Cody. Sorry, guys. I stopped real quick. You want to talk about the past? Let's do it. You didn't get the job done. Oh, he blames Solo for getting Jacob Fatu hurt. Cosplaying as the tribal chief. Stop it. Not doing exactly what I did on Monday. We should call Solo the DTC. The DTTC. Cosplay tribal chief. How funny is that, right, Dad? That's freaking hilarious. Solo is pissed. Boy, who cares? And what? What's he gonna do? You're gonna attack. I mean, listen, Cody's always ready. Cody's always ready to scrap, whether he's in a suit or not. He's ready to fuck you up. Oh shit, we got Kevin Owens. We got Kevin Owens in the house. Kevin Owens is pulled up with two chairs. Two chairs. I smell a concerto. Who want it? Who wants it? Oh, Ashley, I'm so sorry about your dog. My love and condolences to you. Sending you so much love. I can't even imagine that being like, you know, I have a dog too. So, but I hope that you hanging around for this watch along makes you feel at least somewhat a little bit better. And I hope that we can lift your spirits up here at the WWT Honey Night Smackdown watch along stream. So, wish you all the best, and you know, rest in peace to your pup. I never like hearing things like that. That's so sad. Dad's laughing at the cosplay tribal chief comment. I think that's hilarious. Jeffrey says he says Solo's delusional for asking for a rematch. Oh yeah, Solo's looking for Roman, huh? Roman doesn't even realize he's being hunted. No. Solo doesn't realize he's being hunted already by Roman Reigns. Oh, Cody Rhodes wants to talk to Kevin Owens about something, and I think I have a feeling what it might be. There's been rumors swirling that Kevin Owens would be next in line to go up for that title, and honestly, there's other superstars that are deserving, but Kevin Owens in a main title picture, something we haven't seen in quite some time. And you know what? If this is what is about to go down, I am so here for it, and I'm going to co-sign. I hope you guys got your snacks because it's already been crazy. Cody says Kevin's going to most likely say no. Oh, I was right. This is exactly what he wants to talk about. Man to man, straight up. You got to love Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is such a class act. I give him that. He ain't no coward. What? Oh, they've been listening to us. They've been listening to us. People think people think this match should happen. Kevin Owens is saying he doesn't deserve it because he hasn't done anything to earn it. You deserve it. Oh, absolutely. That's what they're saying. Shout outs to Cody. Shout outs to Cody for this. Everybody knows the workhorse that is Kevin Owens. He is prize fighter. Absolutely. You are still absolutely worthy. Work. I'm here for this. He said he's going to go back to Nick Aldis and tell them all the reasons why Nick Aldis should appoint Kevin Owens as the next opponent for Cody Rhodes. Nobody more deserving. Hands down, I want this match. I want to see this match. Oh. We know you deserve it, Kevin. All the sacrifices. Well, Cody closed that door. He opened the door and then he closed it. He said, that's that. And that's what I said. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Cody Rhodes is going to speak to Nick Aldis to make the title match official between him and Kevin Owens at Bash in Berlin, which is happening later on this month. This is something. This is quite something. I wasn't expecting to start it off like that. Talk about ripping off the Band-Aid, my Jesus. Cody wants to face KO for the championship. Yes, he does. KO don't play. You don't want that championship. Listen, man. Kevin Owens is nasty. He's probably one of the greatest that they have on their roster, veteran-wise. Like, he's obviously borderline veteran. He's been doing this for a very, very long time. So shout outs to Cody Rhodes for being such a class act about it and selling him straight up like a man. You know, not attacking him in the back. That's not the kind of champion Cody Rhodes is. We got Andrade versus Santos Escobar tonight. That's going to be a crazy match. I think that match will be match of the night. Jade Cargill versus ALBA FYRE. And of course, DIY versus Pretty Deadly. And I said this earlier on the show, but I'm not really feeling this for DIY. Not only because they lost, but also because it's like they just had a match and lost their titles. So why aren't they automatically booked for a guaranteed rematch clause? I just have some questions. Just a little concerned about that situation because they've definitely earned their way to get those titles. And we thought, honestly, here, a lot of us thought, I'm sure a lot of us here thought that they would still be holding those titles. But once you had Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga in the picture, things got a little different. But as far as I wasn't ready for DIY to lose those titles so soon. So in other words, this is the best way I could say it. I'll let my tribal chief speak for me.
I'm not feeling it.
I totally wasn't feeling it. Unless there's going to be some kind of payoff going forward. I don't know. But yeah, this is just a light concern that I have about the tag team situation for DIY. Talking about Monday, we have 2 out of 3 falls with Sammy and Braun Breaker. Got Randy Orton and Gunther. And Mommy is pissed. What did you guys think of SummerSlam? Let me know in the chat, guys. Oh, they're going to be in Austin, Texas on Monday? Huh. Interesting. Dad, Mike, I have that same question. I ask myself that same question. At first, when they initially put them together, it looked good on paper. And when they gave them the titles and stuff, but there was no substance, in my opinion. There was no substance to their run. And I would have thought by now that we'd be splitting them up. Maybe we'll be doing that tonight. But I feel like A-Town Down Under definitely deserved better, but I feel like they would be 10 times better as individual superstars. I feel like they would kill it. Austin Theory, we know he has the experience. He's also held gold already in WWE as far as the U.S. title. Maybe he could go back after that title with LA Knight. I'm not sure. LA Knight is on SmackDown, though, or is he on Raw? No, he's on SmackDown. And yeah, and Grayson Waller is a tremendous athlete, and he could definitely hold his own in the ring. He's very charismatic and he's got a lot of cool elements that come with his in-ring ability. But I feel like maybe it's time to hang up the curtain on A-Town Clown Under. I love that, Jeffrey. Shout outs to Jeffrey. You guys come up with some really, really good stuff. I love it. Jeffrey said SummerSlam was great. It was amazing. It was a storytelling event. Thanks for Nick Aldis for naming them that. A-Town Down Under. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's time to hang up that team. There's so many other possibilities though. So many other possibilities for them as far as, being individual superstars. They definitely both have huge potential going forward in the future. They did great in NXT. Yeah, so I think this tag team has totally run its course. And it's time to split them up. I don't see how I feel about A-Town Down Under is not the way I feel about Jade and Bianca Belair. I would have liked Jade and Bianca to keep those belts, to keep those titles. I feel like they kind of, I don't know if they've exactly missed the mark, because what do I know? I'm not the one booking the shows. But there has been a strong case made for keeping the big 2 out of 3 together or splitting them apart. And a lot of people were already talking about the fact that we want Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. Obviously, that's the obvious choice. But wouldn't it be a little bit more juicier and spicier if we brought them together? You have 2 unstoppable, athletic, larger than life personified women in wrestling who basically are, like Bianca is definitely one of the main faces for women's wrestling currently. She is also currently on John Cena's Mount Rushmore. She definitely deserves to be there. Jade and her impact so far that she's made on WWE and how well they've received her as far as ever since the TKO merger has been phenomenal, to say the least. I totally think that we should capitalize on these 2 being together rather than splitting them apart so fast. And I'm gonna keep saying it until I'm blue in the freaking face, but I feel like they're so much stronger together. They're like literally Mega Powers 2.0, the melanated Mega Powers, and they are freaking killers in the ring. And they're so strong, so beautiful, and so impactful. And they the lines for their signings and at fan events, like it doesn't match up. It doesn't match up. And I just feel like they'd be stronger together. I honestly do. I don't want to see them face each other just yet. I know that's the cool thing. That's the obvious thing. And here we go. Street Profits want the smoke, and they bringing that back. I love that they're bringing that quote back. Now, B-Fab and Street Profits are making their way to the ring for their number 1 contender match for the tag titles. Wait, is it for the tag titles? No, excuse me. This is just bragging rights. The tag titles number 1 contender match, I apologize, guys, is DIY and Pretty Deadly. Got a little ahead of myself there. It's just been so much excitement and so many things to talk about. Whoa, and it was wow. Triple H has just tweeted a little bit of breaking news here. It is reported on X. We still call it Twitter over here. It was just reported about an hour ago that it is time to turn WWE Speed up another notch, and they are announcing the Speed Women's Championship tournament that will premiere on September 4th, exclusively on X, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. Really, really interesting, and I'd be all for it if I was on X, but unfortunately I'm not on X like that. It's a very wishy-washy, dangerous, and sometimes good place to be, and I've always had my reservations about X. But Who knows? Maybe you might see the Busy Bee and the Queen Bee of WWT on X. Maybe that will be a thing very soon. But nevertheless, we are getting into the action. We got tag team. Here we go. Bella's Run, Grayson Waller already laying the smackdown on the Street Profits here. We're starting it pretty strong. I will say that over time, the chemistry between Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, as far as them being a tag team, has come a long way. You know, their in-ring awareness has gotten pretty polished, if you ask me. Not that they weren't before, no disrespect, but I mean that with all like genuine sincerity. Raw returns to USA on Monday. Don't forget to check your DVRs because we've been on Sci-Fi the last couple weeks. There's no way you got Grayson Waller clotheslining Dawkins like that. Oh, they're trying to get the smoke with B-Fab. You don't want to do that. And Montez Ford doing what he does. That man has serious hops. It's not even funny. Was that like a Superman fly? That's so crazy. Jeffrey says the Street Profits outfit is fire. I agree. I think everything that they create or make for them. I believe that's all Bianca Belair because she does the costumes. She does the for Street Profits as well as herself. So I would have to see that. I would have to see more of that. And I would have to say that because I know that Bianca Belair works diligently hard on making those awesome suits. That can't be easy. That's such great talent though. Jeffrey says, yeah, I saw his tweet. I hope Naomi doesn't win it. LOL because we won't see it. I would hope Naomi doesn't win it because she deserves a title run or a title opportunity. If they do that, I don't know how I feel about it, but maybe they'll make the championship glow so we can see it. I'm sorry. I know that joke was corny. That's the corniest joke I will say all day. Probably not. Boza has joined us. Good to see you, Boza. Hope you're doing well. He says, it feels like they are stalling with the tournament because Jacob Fatu can't go overseas. Appreciate that, Jeffrey. Stalling with the tournament because Jacob Fatu can't go overseas. I'm not sure if that is the case. I don't know. I don't know if that would. I'm not sure why that would tie into anything that has to do with Jacob Fatu. But I'm not. I mean, the X tournament. I guess the speech championship tournament is okay, but to me, it's felt like a consolation prize. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what happened. Like, look what happened with Ricochet. They gave him that belt instead of having him go for a main card title picture, which he should have been doing for quite some time already. Or Intercontinental Championship again, at least, or something. But they gave him the Speed Championship, then they took it off of him, and it's been like a whole back and forth. And I think there's a lot of mixed feelings about it. I personally am not a fan of the Speed tournament. I mean, it's 2024. I'm sure a lot of people have Twitter, but there's still a lot of people that don't. And and it's these quick, hustle and go kind of matches, which I'm not mad about, but I just think that it's just something that's kind of in the way. And I feel like if anything, put it on SmackDown, make some room for it on Raw, at least. And they obviously can't do that because of the title belonging to Twitter. And I know they weren't going to do any cross promotion as part of that. Oh, that was a poor sell. I don't know if that punch landed correctly from Dawkins there. But Dawkins is making his way. We're back from the commercial, and Dawkins has made the tag to Montez Ford, who flies with a crossbody on Grayson Waller, absolutely decking the hell out of Austin Theory in the corner. Oh, what a clothesline. Let's go. Completely obliterating A-Town Down Under. He's like the one-man wrecking machine right now at the current moment. Usually it's Dawkins, but Montez is on fire right now. Standing moonsault, 1, 2. No, that is 2. 2 count. Grayson Waller is kicked out. Montez looking like he's going back up to the top. Oh, he missed. Grayson Waller has him in the corner. Quick tag. Oh. Ouch. That double punch right there. Did you guys see that? That was so crazy. And A-Town Down Under really giving Street Profits a run for their money. They're showing a lot more chemistry. Dawkins is still out of commission outside somewhere in the corner. Oh, there he is. I said his name and he appeared, completely washing Grayson Waller into the crowd. Listen, guys, nothing will ever be as impactful. Like, oh snap, oh snap. Trying to go for A-Town Down. Nope, and he misses it. Dawkins, he didn't see the tag. Dawkins up. It looks like Street Profits are looking to end this. Got the super blockbuster on that. 1, 2, and 3. The Street Profits are now on top. Excellent match. Really good match. That was a really, really good match. Jeffrey says, don't underestimate Angelo Dawkins. He can go. Absolutely can. And he showed that tonight. Boza says, it feels random that they're doing this de facto tournament. That's all when I assume DIY would get a rematch. True. I mean, I honestly didn't see DIY losing their titles. Boza also says, I also know Jacob Fatu was spotted on social media wearing a boot. Yes. He took pictures with fans. And he was seen in a walking boot after SummerSlam due to what happened when he did the splash from the top rope onto the announcement table. And after that, he didn't get back up. So shout out to Jacob Fatu and speedy recovery, and hope he is okay and will be okay. Oh, they're talking about Roman Reigns with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens don't want to hear that mess. Ooh, Kevin Owens spitting. The rematch clause. See, he's talking about a rematch clause for Roman. Oh, why? He said, why does he get a championship rematch clause? Because he's Roman Reigns? Well, yeah. Oh, giving him a speech about look deeper in that locker room, man. Take a look at your locker room. Nick Aldis has made it official. It will be Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes for Bash in Berlin, and Cody's all smiles. This is gonna. Oh, Kevin. I'm not sure how I feel about Kevin. I'm not sure if Kevin knows how to feel right now. Like, I'm not sure he knows what to feel at this moment. Ah, yes, our new. How can we forget Our new women's champion, Nia Jax, our queen of the ring, is going to be in the house as well. She's going to be coming up next on Fox after this commercial break. I'm so excited. David, good to see you. And he is acknowledging Solo Sikoa as the undisputed tribal chief. Well, sir, I hate to break it to you, but he was never tribal chief. Newsflash. Solo Sikoa was never tribal chief. Solo Sikoa was tribal chief via delusion, via Timu bloodline. Okay? When you're acknowledged as a tribal chief, you are acknowledged by the elders. Okay? The Rock has acknowledged Roman Reigns. Rest in peace, Sika, Roman's father, acknowledged Roman Reigns, and Alpha as well as tag team partner. The Wild Samoans, the legends in the game, were the ones who put the Ula Fala on Roman Reigns. They didn't put it on Solo. Okay? So, newsflash, Solo was never a tribal chief. And you can argue that if you want to, but you won't win on this channel, just saying. I don't know what do you guys think about Nick Aldis's comment about him wanting to talk to Roman about the next title match? What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think we should get a Cody versus Roman part 2? I feel like that story is not over. That story is not over yet. And Roman is going to make sure that he covers all the chess pieces of everything that went down that night. Because not for nothing, Cody isn't his enemy. Cody's the man who took his title away. Doesn't mean he's necessarily his enemy. Now, if you hear me out, you understand what I'm saying. Roman's enemy is his inability to forget the trauma that was caused by his former brother, Mr. Monday Night Seth Rollins. Okay? We could get to we'll get to a title shot before or after, I don't care. But we have to see first when Seth gets better, because he's out right now with chronic injury. And we want that man to please take care of himself so he can come back healthy and strong. And so we can get the match that is really necessary, the match that pretty much will be the result of exactly what happened at WrestleMania. And that is the fact that Seth Rollins had costed our tribal chief the title. That's the match we want. There's matches that we need for CM Punk and Seth also needs Roman, and Seth also needs to meet up with Roman as well. And in order for him to do that, he's going to need to be healthy. So please, sir, stay home and relax and get healthy, because that's what we really want to see. Let's see. Not yet, honey. Let him handle his family issues first, says Jeffrey. Listen, I'm going to let him do it. Handle your family business, man, because that seems to be going around a lot. The Judgment Day is in dissension. Let's see, Dom and Rhea and Dom and Rey Mysterio and all these stories. And, let me see what else. Oh, the Judgment Day, the new Judgment Day making itself known with JD McDonough and Finn Balor, Dom and Liv. Quite a lot going on, and family business between, of course, the Wyatt Six. Like, do you see what's happening here? New families are being built, and family business will be taken care of, especially with Roman and Solo Sikoa. That will definitely happen. That will have to happen. We need that to happen. That's going to be so good when it does happen. Dad says Solo is tribal chief. Not. And I agree. David says, honey, just acknowledge Solo Sikoa. I will never acknowledge. Jeffrey says Solo is tribal queef. You better stop. But you better just stop there and then continue to acknowledge our tribal chief. Just in case you guys need a little reminder, I'm going to keep playing this clip, okay? Solo is not your tribal chief.
You're lying. I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
You guys know Did you guys see the viewership on the socials and the ratings, how much they bumped up? Did you see that he's covered on all sports platforms right now? They're showing it to you as we speak. This man is has become the most talked about superstar. He made an impact. He pulled, I don't want to say he pulled a Brock Lesnar because he didn't, but I'm just saying, like, he's now the one to take over SummerSlam. Like, SummerSlam is now his gig. That's his thing, you know? And I'm here for it. I will always acknowledge my true tribal chief, the OTC Roman Reigns. I will always acknowledge him. I will never acknowledge Solo as the tribal chief because he was never a tribal chief. Even the wise man didn't acknowledge him, okay? Everyone acknowledged Roman, including the wise men, and including the elders, including The Rock. Okay? There's nothing that anybody could tell me. All right? Hey, Tiffy. It is Tiffy time. Miss Money in the Bank with Tiffany Stratton. If you guys haven't checked it out, please check out on my socials my interview with Tiffany Stratton during WrestleMania week, where we kind of semi-predicted a new look for the Money in the Bank contract, or this briefcase, if she did get a hold of it, which she did. So make sure you guys check that out. The full interview is on Women's Wrestling Talk YouTube platform. A small clip of it, of the excerpt of us talking about the Money in the Bank, can be seen on my socials. So make sure you guys check that out. Oh, Pretty Deadly and Tiffy. I never thought I needed this. This is a great segment. Yeah, she's got things to do. Miss Money in the Bank. She's busy. So much pressure. Oh. Oh. Tiffy coming out with that fire. She just told Chelsea Green, don't you have a ladder to fall off of? Oh, they're assuming that Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are trying to be Nancy Drewskis and figure out the real reason behind Tiffy having Nia in her corner, because she's going to plot against her and cash in. You better go off, Tiffy. Wade Barrett saying he agrees with Chelsea and Piper. That's a shocker. That's a look at Tiffy strap. Yes, I noticed that. She has a little strap, crossover strap with the freaking bedazzlings. I love it. I love it. Boza says WWE Karen is jealous that the spotlight ain't on her, but it will be soon, I think. I definitely think it will be soon. Boza says Princess Tiffy is getting ready to throw a party next week in Orlando, Florida. I would hope that she's throwing it for her queen, Nia Jax. I would have thought she was throwing a party tonight. Queen Nia, the new women's champion. Yes, our tribal queen, because that's what that's what I'm gonna call. That's what the councilman here and I call her as well. She is our tribal queen, Queen Nia. We've been vouching for her all year, and praising her abilities and how well she's developed in the ring, and how much better she's gotten over time and continues to get better. It's just, I didn't see the fact that we were possibly going to have Nia and then be champion, and then also have Tiffy win the Money in the Bank. As much as I was predicting it, I didn't see it in front of me for the life of me in the beginning. And now I'm just like, holy crap. Now they're going to have to make me choose between the two women I've been vouching for all year. Damn it. That's going to be a tough one for me personally. And here we go. More women's action. A storm is coming. Jade Cargill is making her presence known. She's going one-on-one with ALBA FYRE, one half of the women's tag team champions. And I'm sure Miss Jade is going to be throwing down tonight. Every time I see her do this entrance, it's like seeing her for the first time, dude. I knew even when she showed up in AEW, I was just like, oh, excuse me, madam. You're beautiful and strong. Your physique is totally beyond, and you speak well on the mic. You have attitude, you have sass, and she just has that energy, that superstar energy. And this is exactly what the WWE had seen from the very beginning. And when they signed her, I knew that when her contract was up in AEW, I know even while she was in AEW, I'm sure Sean and Triple H, Sean and Hunter were looking like, uh, we're gonna get her, but you know what, she's gonna come in time and we're gonna get her. And they totally snatched her up, and they know exactly what they're gonna do. What they knew exactly what they were doing with her from the very beginning. As far as this tag team reign, though, I'm not sure about that, just saying. Boza says the big three can't be happy. One of either Damage Control or Shayna and Zoe will get the next shot on Monday at the Unholy Union, which is unfortunate. Jeffrey asks, are you gonna buy the briefcase, honey? I don't know. I might. And not for nothing, I would love this. Tiffany versus Chelsea Green. Book it, Hunter. Right. You see, like her physique, like it surprises me every time. Like even when I saw her in person for WrestleMania weekend for Media Day, like I didn't get a chance to interview her because there was a line like so long for her, and but I saw how tall she was and how toned and muscular she was and beautiful at the same time. It's like, it's like it's a gift. It's a gift to be in her presence. It's a privilege to be in her presence, an honor to be in her presence. You respect presence like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she just commands your attention, and she does it so well. Jeffrey says she got that shucky ducky quack quack, to quote the Hall of Famer Booker T. Jordan says, honey, have you acknowledged Roman yet? Of course I have. Where have you been this whole time? You see my shirt? You see me, the tribal chief. Like, you know what? I'll let my tribal chief speak once again, because there's no way that you could not know that I will always acknowledge my true tribal chief, and that is only Roman Reigns.
I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
All day. I even did a freaking cosplay about this man on Monday. Your girl had a beard. I had a whole tribal fake tat, had the man bun and the Ulafala necklace. Oh, I was all in. You guys got to check out that recap show. That show was a lot of fun. I love surprising the crew on here. I think it's becoming a thing where every couple of months I pull out a little cosplay here and there. I did it when I did it for our horsewomen debate, when talking about Mercedes Moné, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. Make sure if you guys have not ever seen that video, you should, because Honey Banks was in full effect, and that was so much fun. After that, I also did a little cosplay of The Fiend when Bray Wyatt, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. When Bo Dallas and the Wyatt Six were resurfacing and giving QR codes and stuff, I dressed up as The Fiend. And this time it was calling for a little something different. And I wanted to have a little more fun with it, just to, it gives you a little bit of more insight as to the curtain that is behind wrestling with Honey, and, my personality as well. I love being goofy. I love being fun. It's not embarrassing at all. The Roman cosplay was probably one of my favorite moments. And it was something that was predicted because we had a full house on Monday, and, shout outs to the professor, Gerard Bonner. He completely called it. And he was like, well, you know what? If you bring her in, I think she has her camera off because she's ready to reveal something. And I did say to them over the weekend in the chat that Monday was going to be great. I didn't say anything else. I didn't tell anybody else. And my husband, being the supportive man that he is, completely went all out and we went on Amazon, bought me a quick fake beard, bought some fake tats. I had my Roman shirt and the Ulafala necklace, and it was was just such a good time. So you got to make sure that you guys check that out. So I've been a fan of Jordan is questioning my loyalty to my tribal chief. No, I have not been a fan of Roman Reigns since 2020. I've been a fan of Roman Reigns since he was in NXT. Okay. That's how long I've been a fan of Roman Reigns. And that was before Shield. So make sure you look it up. So you're talking like 2012, 2013, almost 10 plus years being a fan of Roman Reigns, not only as the tribal chief. I've always loved Roman Reigns. I always knew that he was going to be the breakout star. And I was even rooting for him when he got booed at that Rumble. I total listen, man. I'm very quick to support Roman and to shit on anybody who opposes him. I will defend my tribal chief to the very end. So you best believe I will acknowledge Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. Yeah, Jordan Kirby wasn't familiar with NXT Roman. You should definitely do your research. It's quite like you even saw from the beginning, from the jump, that he was a stud and he was meant to be the star. Even when he was in the Shield, I knew he was going to be one to break out and be big box office. Not just Seth. I saw a lot of it for Seth. I totally. I saw it even throughout his big dog moments, you know, when he was the big dog in the yard and he beat the Undertaker and he won the Rumble and everybody booed him, even when The Rock lifted his hand up and, you know, like to try to give him a little rub. But yeah, man, I've been a fan of Roman since he had those contacts in his eyes in the Shield. Okay. But definitely do your research on NXT Roman, NXT, and even yes, that's what I was gonna say, Jeffrey. Thank you. He said when Roman was leaky, I don't know, I don't remember how they pronounced it, but in FCW. So definitely do your research. It's so good. Jeffrey says, I'm mad I missed the Roman cosplay, but you got to do the Seth cosplay one day. You know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. You guys should let me know in the chat if whatever other ideas you have for a cosplay. I would say I would do it at least once every blue, like once a month or so. But I think that would be really cool. It's kind of like my MO, you know? But yeah, Liaki, yeah. So yeah, Roman Reigns, I've always been a supporter of from the jump. Always loved my tribal chief, even when Baron Corbin used to shit all over him and they handcuffed him to the post. Like even when people booed him. Oh, come on now. Jade Cargill made quick work of ALBA FYRE tonight, which now would have to mean that Bianca Belair would have to face Isla Dawn, excuse me. I don't know why I always say Isla Dawn. Oh, and there, I was just going to say Blair Davenport. Here we go. Blair Davenport is here defending her crew, her newly found family. Thank you, Jeffrey. I was just going to say, where the hell's Naomi? Because I was asking that last week and she didn't even show up. There she is. You say her name and she appears. Where the hell were you last week, girlfriend? Shout outs to Trinity Fatu, though. She is a great friend of ours here at Women's Wrestling Talk. It's so good to see her back. And come on, natural hair. I love when she wears her hair like this. Beat their ass, Naomi. Come on now. You got the whole big three up in here. You need to wipe these girls off. Wipe me down. Let's go. Thank you. Wipe the floor. Mop the floor with these chicks. Boof. All righty. I smell triple threat. I smell triple threat tag team match coming up at Bash in Berlin, maybe. I see it. What do you guys think? Let me know. Big Three versus Unholy Union. There you go, Boza. Yep. Your great minds think alike. Dad says, finally, Naomi, tell me about it. There she is. Jordan says, honey, not to brag about your fandom of Roman, but how about 2019 Roman? When I say everything Roman, I mean everything Roman. Everything. And then it just escalated even more when he became the tribal chief and had Paul Heyman by his side. So please, okay? Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. This Roman, this tribal chief Roman has been the Roman I've always wanted and always saw coming, even when he was in the Shield. I'm like, nah, this guy's gonna be it. Even when he was in, he got the title opportunity stolen from him with the heist of the century with Seth Rollins, and they put the strap on him. They were building Roman to be one of the biggest baby faces. And sometimes when you shove them too much into people's face, it doesn't really work. And it didn't really work. But I saw Vince's vision and I understood it. But this Roman Reigns, especially, I wonder where this will lead to, especially when we see him appear tonight on SmackDown. So I'm really, really excited. I can't wait. But yes, even 2019 Roman, to answer your question. Boza says Monday Damage Control versus Shayna and Zoe with a shot at Unholy Union. Yep, I saw that there too. And it's about time Naomi shows up, Jeffrey. I would be inclined to agree. Jordan says, give me Black Dungeon versus Unholy Union. we Black Dungeon, I feel like we're calling them the big three. They're the big three. They should definitely be called the big three. I don't know I wonder what kind of name they would come up with for them. Besides the big three, what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. And in the meantime, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're already in our first hour of SmackDown. We have LA Knight's celebration for the United States Championship win coming up next. And yeah, man. But shout outs to all of our sponsors at All Caribbean Wrestling. They got a lot of cool things going on. They also have an event in Jamaica coming up this month. Or next month. I keep forgetting and I got to get my information right. So I apologize. But shout outs to our awesome sponsors at ACW and check out all their stuff. And you can follow them on all the socials. So check out this quick commercial from our sponsors and our merch.
This episode of Women's Wrestling Talk has been brought to you by All Caribbean Wrestling. Catch the wave. Go to allcaribbeanwrestling.com to check out all the latest pay-per-views or go on the YouTube page at All Caribbean Wrestling. Also, go and check out their socials on Instagram at All Caribbean Wrestling and on X at All Caribbean WR1.
Hey, yo, you. Yeah, you that's watching this. You sitting on the couch staring at the screen not knowing what you want to do like this is an online college. Are you tired of wearing shirts that make you look like an extra stuck in catering? Do you want to step your wrestling swag game up to the next level? Then Women's Wrestling Talk has got you covered. Like literally. Are you for life in pink or black and white? Or maybe you're the EST and people need to respect you accordingly. Want to put some pride in your stride and show off the muscle in your hustle? Then make sure you check out the WWT store. Not now, but right now. Alright? What you waiting for? Head to wwtalkpodstore.com and don't make me fight you. Shit.
Make sure you go check out all the cool stuff we got going on at wwtalkpod.com. Follow the merch, get the merch, drip like us, be part of the team, get all that WWT merch going and support the movement here, as well as support All Caribbean Wrestling on all their social spaces. And thank you so much. Perfect timing for that commercial, because now we are getting into the preview of when Logan Paul lost his title. Yay! So happy. So happy. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here. It's been good so far. Going great. Already went through the first hour like nothing. It's been quite a breeze. Let's see here. Let's see what everybody else is saying in the comments. Jordan Kirby, of course, you're on fire tonight, brother. He says, okay, honey, you might regret becoming a Roman fan because Rock might face him at WrestleMania 41. Listen, if there's anything that I don't have when it comes to being a wrestling fan, especially even a Roman Reigns fan or wrestling in general, is regrets. I do not have any regrets about my opinions or how I feel about situations in wrestling. And I certainly will never, ever regret becoming a Roman fan, because I stuck to my guns the whole time and I knew he was going to be the guy, and he is still that guy, even with no title, because look at the impact he's already raised just by returning and showing up. Okay. So that's one thing I will not have. I will never have a regret over being any kind of a fan. I'm a fan of both The Rock and Roman, I love the final boss. This is the best Rock we've to me that we've gotten in quite some time. We've basically gotten every Rock persona from the past, and you put it all together and you have the final boss. Same thing with Roman Reigns. You have Leaki, you have Roman Reigns, you have the Shield Roman Reigns, you got the big dog Roman Reigns, and then you got the tribal chief, and you just put it all together. Oh my God, that's Lou Ferrigno. Holy crap. Wow. The original Incredible Hulk. Dad, I know you're going crazy. Did anybody see that? It's freaking. If you guys don't know who Lou Ferrigno is, you've been living under a freaking rock. Lou Ferrigno is a legend. He's the original Incredible Hulk from back in the day. My dad used to watch that show all the time. Wow, Lou Ferrigno, his white hair and everything. Oh my God, that's so crazy to me. And here he is, the U.S. champion, ready to celebrate, baby. Come on, say it. Say it. Talk to us. We want you to talk to us. Let me talk to you. Let's do it. Talk about it. But yeah, going back to The Rock and Roman, like I love both the final boss and Roman. So I'm going to be pretty torn that night. And I'm okay with that because how do you think I felt when Shawn Michaels faced The Undertaker when they had the career versus the streak? I didn't know who to root for. I just watched the match for what it was and enjoyed a masterpiece. Okay. So I didn't have regrets when it comes to being a fan of anyone in wrestling. I think that everybody is entitled to like either side, if not both. Oh yeah. Logan Paul got stomped out, baby. Get him the hell out of here. Cliff says, thank you, Cliff, for joining us. He says, so you liked Roman when he was whacking promos with the blue eyes. You are a true fan. Listen, you gotta love them even in their struggles, even in their worst times, their hard times. You gotta stick by your superstars, man. I'm a dedicated fan. I am invested in the tribal chief. I've always seen this version of Roman in my head, even when he sucked at promos and even in the times where he screwed up in promos, because I would always say to myself, no, that's not it. No, that's not him. It's not hitting. It's not clicking with the crowd. As soon as Paul Heyman showed up and he became the tribal chief and did all this acknowledge me stuff, that's the end of all of that. Okay. That all the Roman with the blue eyes and all of that and whack promo Roman is out the window because look at the masterpieces he gave us in the last 3 years as champion and going one-on-one with guys like Cena, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, his own family. Need I say more? So I know we're going to get The Rock and Roman eventually, but I will not regret rooting for my tribal chief, nor will I regret rooting for my final boss. I acknowledge both of them. And I will just sit back and just watch the shenanigans happen and let it unfold. I will just watch this beautiful story unfolding in the world of WWE. I will always continue to be invested. No regrets ever. Having some fun in the chat today. I love it. Jordan says, honey, Roman for Hall of Fame, yes or no? That's a guarantee. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Everybody, let's play nice in the chat. I don't want any problems in the chat. So let's just keep it vibey. Let's keep it buzzing, and let's keep it positive more than anything. Everybody here excited to see our U.S. champion. Dad, there you are. I knew you'd be excited about seeing Lou Ferrigno. That's so cool. So dope. I never would have expected to see him at a WWE, but that's so great. Cliff says that Lou Ferrigno is the best Hulk. And I think my dad would happen to agree with you. We got Santos Escobar stepping up to LA Knight. I don't know if I'm buying that. Yes, Jeffrey, you're right. We did call it. We called it that Escobar was probably going to be his new opponent on WWT Live eventually, but he has to get through Andrade first. So they, in between them two, they'll probably have the number one contender. So they will have the number one contender. Excuse me. I keep forgetting that Andrade is still the speed champion. Like Escobar C. I am so no. 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 Absolutely not.
I'm not feeling it.
No. No. This go I'm not buying it. Santos, you get one of these. I'm gonna pull out of this card on you, and this is what you're gonna get.
Heel of the day!
Don't ever say that again, dude. Don't ever say that again. Escobar C instead of LA Knight. Yeah, I can't deal. I cannot deal. Cliff said, I'm not mad at you. I was like that with Naomi and The Miz. Listen, man, you wanted, all right. See, so the opposite of how I was with Roman Reigns was with The Miz. I freaking hated, like strongly hated The Miz. I know that's a very like strong word, but I can't describe, I don't know how else to describe it any other way, but Miz was probably the one I hated the most at the time. And you know what? It goes to show that he did his job right, because now I love the guy. Now I love him. Now I respect him and his longevity and what he brought to this business. And the fact that he was on the Real World where people were shitting on him for doing not his little gimmick, but his gimmick as the Miz and I'm awesome and they thought it was stupid. Listen, you want to talk about proving someone wrong? Miz is definitely an example of that, for sure. For sure. So respect and much love to the Miz. I don't know how you could be like that with Naomi, though. I'm just saying. Unless you're talking about like the praise you're giving them. Jordan says, I'm just getting ready for my birthday tomorrow, so I'm happy. Cliff says, Jordan, happy early birthday. Happy early birthday to you, Jordan. We hope you have a great time. And thanks for joining us and, having us kick off your weekend for you. Cindy, girlfriend, we got to talk, mama. We got to talk. I got some tea to spill. Cindy's in the chat. She says, I guarantee we get Cena versus LA Knight, and I guarantee that we should get that. I feel like that he's definitely going to be one of the people that he will encounter on his retirement tour. Cindy says, I think WWE forgets Andrade is the speed champion. I do too, only because I'm not on X. So I'm not on Twitter like that. I hate saying on X. It just sounds bad and stupid. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I don't care. I said what I said. Jeffrey, here we go. Let's stir the pot, Jeffrey. He says, Cindy, you had someone call you out on WWT Live. And Cindy, the Spitfire that she is, you are such a treat to this chat. All of you guys are so great. Thank you so much for the interactions tonight. She says here, have to let him seethe in his corner. Be careful now. Be careful now. When you say people's name, they show up, and they might show up on the watch along, and that'll be a treat. I think it's time, and I'm gonna do some calling out on the crew and some of my peeps. I'm just to call it out. I would like a guest. I would like a special guest co-host to join the Wrestling with Honey Night Smackdown, WWT Honey Night Smackdown watch along. I would really like that. We had a treat a couple of weeks ago when the councilman had joined us, and I would really love to have more of my esteemed coworkers join me on this SmackDown ride so we can react together and get some more intel as well. So yeah, I'm calling you out, team. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, but Come on now. Come on in. Don't be shy to hang around in the Honey Night Smackdown watch along. And make sure you guys tell your friends, like and subscribe this video, share it, let people know we are on right now. We have 50 more minutes, 50 minutes until the show is over. So please let people know all about us here at WWT. And also, I will be doing all my plugins for my socials later, so you guys know where to find me. Let's see. Jeffrey, as always, praising the beautiful Electra Lopez, saying she's looking good, in the words of the great Hall of Famer Booker T. Jordan asks, what do you think Roman is going to say? I believe he's going to address what happened at SummerSlam. He's first before anything, he's going to ask, not even demand anymore, because this is babyface Roman. This is babyface tribal chief now, okay? This is going to be good. I feel like he's going to not demand, but ask the good people of Tulsa, Oklahoma to acknowledge him first. I would hope that Paul Heyman would be with him, but if not, it's okay. Oh, it's Giovanni Vinci. It's Giovanni Vinci. We haven't seen him since he got obliterated by his former tag partner from Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser, who's been making quite the impact on Raw and got himself into quite a sticky situation. But as far as what I think Roman is going to say, he's definitely going to address what happened at SummerSlam. He's definitely going to address this blasphemy that has been that has occurred in his name, or not in his name, against him, and this mutiny of this Timu bloodline. I also believe that maybe Solo Sikoa will get involved somehow, because Solo is really pissed, and technically Solo should be upset with Roman, being that he's the one to blame for his title opportunity and the fact that it slipped from his fingers. But then again, I wouldn't blame the tribal chief. I would blame Solo's delusional ass for thinking that he could take that title off of Cody Rhodes' hands. Okay. Another time I would have believed it was possible, but not with a 2-42 record or whatever the hell it is. Not for nothing, Electra. That outfit is fire, girl. Andrade and Escobar still going at it. And of course, Legado de Fantasma gets involved with some stupid shenanigans while Santos has the referee distracted. And the numbers game continues. Got a kick out there by Santos. Both of these men putting on a show. Uh-oh, somebody else is coming. Oh, it's Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. You know what I think is happening here? And I thought about it, and now seeing them the way they look, they could possibly, oh, okay, Corbin, I see you. But you know what I could see with these two, honestly, if done right, I could totally see them being a modernized version of the APA. Y'all know the APA. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Farouk, aka Ron Simmons, or Ron Simmons, aka Farouk, as well as Bradshaw, aka John Bradshaw Lakefield. I feel like that would be a pretty cool way to put them together in a team. Make them kind of like insured security, where people go to them for favors to you know, to make sure things run smoothly and give them the backstage segments and things like that. I think that would actually be a cool look. I would like to, now, you know what? If they don't do, I would like them to do that, as opposed to the usual, somebody's going to split, you know, somebody's going to turn on somebody and blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like I didn't agree with it at first, and I wasn't sure about it at first, but now when they came out like that, for some reason, I just thought of the APA, and I feel like that would actually be cool. You guys let me know what you think. You might not agree, and that's okay. We agree to disagree. It's all love still here at WWT. That's why we're here. We have opinions, we have disagreements. As long as we don't get it into, a hostile phase, we're fine. Just keep it all love. But let me know if you guys agree with me. What do you think of the combination of Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin that they're really trying to push here? Do you see a potential tag team run with them too? And do you see them possibly, what other teams do you see them like as a reference to the past, or not even the past, but what kind of things do you think that they should do with them? It is pouring outside. I'm on the East Coast, guys, but it is raining cats and dogs out here. It's not even funny. Ooh, Cindy says Cena versus LA Knight. That would be awesome. Jordan says Cindy should be the new Speed Women's champion. Jeffrey says we need Cindy on live. Not for nothing. We need Cindy for that damn debate. We need Cindy to back up the councilman. Oh, wow. What a good move there by Andrade. These two are killing it. And we are in commercial mode. So let me see here. Cindy says, I do not want a women's speed champion. I want more women's main roster titles. I want Dakota Kai with the IC and Naomi with the US. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, girlfriend. Give all the women the straps. Cindy says, as long as Roman doesn't suffer and succotash, we'll be good. Oh my God. Listen. Unfortunately, there are some things that we can never live down, and that's definitely one of them. And we've totally passed it. I agree. We've totally passed it, but not for nothing. It's a funny moment. It's a great moment to look back on. It's kind of cringe, but not as cringe as other promos. Okay. I actually saw a post that had like a thread of different promos that were very cringeworthy. You got like Jack Swagger. Let's see. Who else? There's been a few. I gotta find that thread. But think about all the other flopped promos that were done. Roman wasn't the only one. There's been so many others. Like think about it. Think about the time when Triple H got so angry with CM Punk that he said, I'm gonna kick your skinny fat ass. Like, why would you, like, how can you say that? It makes no sense. It's hilarious. It's good stuff. I mean, I could bring up another name from the past with terrible promos. Lars Sullivan. Okay. It gets bad with that. Okay. So suffer and succotash isn't the worst thing, but as long as he doesn't, you're right, Cindy. As long as he doesn't, we're good. Let's see. Cindy says, in the first place, I don't like it all women's title because it just sounds like they're lesser versions of the men's belts. But yes, Cindy, I love you, girl. I love your brutal honesty. And you know what? That's your truth and you are so entitled to it. Jordan wants to know who believes in Joe Hendry. I do. I believe in Joe Hendry. I wasn't really like feeling it at first, but it grew on me. I'm not going to lie. It grew on me. Bobby says, hello, honey. Bobby Petito, good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure having you here. Cliff says, does WWE have a speed championship belt? I never watched. Apparently they do, and they're also going to be coming with a women's speed championship belt, and you can only watch it exclusively on Twitter, aka X. I know that's what the new generation calls them, but we call it Twitter over here, us old heads, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Bobby says he's having a good day today. Hope you are having a better evening now that we are all together and watching our Honey Night Smackdown watch along and kicking up all the action. Andrade is on fire. It's time for a C. I think this is where Zelina Vega needs to come in. Not for nothing, man. I really miss I miss Zelina Vega and Andrade so much. I really do. They were such a good team. Cindy says, in 8 days, we have Julia's. Wow, what a moonsault. In 8 days, we have Julia's final match in Japan. Said be sweating the days. Well, said is already sweating in the next 2 weeks what will be happening and transpiring with the one of our great debates. Not sure what topic it's going to be about, or maybe it will be about the slander apparently that has been told about the mayor of Vice City, and apparently he's got proof of all the wrongdoings of our councilman. So it's going to be a rough debate. It's going to be a rough election year where apparently there's going to be an election here for who is the true esteemed official of WWT between the councilman and the mayor. I can't help but wonder if Jacob is going to join us as well, because he has proclaimed himself as the new mayor of Vice City. So there's still some kind of confusion. I'm still trying to figure it out, but you know what? They're partners and they're tag team partners. Hopefully they can figure it out. Shout outs to the crew. I love you guys. I'm just messing with you. Dad says there should be equal number of title belts between the men and women on WWE. I would be inclined to agree. I also think that we've been saying this for a while now, Dad, even, long before this podcast stuff was even a thing. We've been saying even since back in the mid to late 90s that they should have a women's intercontinental title already. I mean, the fact that they came out with a women's North American championship faster than a women's intercontinental title is beyond me. Beyond me. Bobby says NXT wrestlers Dante Chen and Wolfgang was on TNA last night. No shit, they were. I missed that. I didn't even see any highlights. Holy cow. Escobar for the cover. 1, 2. Nope. That's a kick out by Andrade. Somehow Andrade is still in it. That's because he has perseverance. My God. You gotta love these lucha men, man. They kill it. He did that nice ass move, and the crowd is like, "You still suck. You still suck." I love that. Freaking hilarious. Jeffrey asks the chat, who remembers NXT game show era promos? Good God. Oh, super kick by Santos. That was really hard hitting. Drop kick by Andrade. And these two have an answer for everything that they throw at one another. Andrade looking to go for that moonsault. Here we go. And boom, beautifully landed. 1, 2. Oh, come on. We got another kick out. Another kick out. Andrade's pulling everything out of the artillery, man. He's pulling out the heavy artillery tonight. And somehow Santos is still in this match. Both of these men are going at it. Oh, Carmelo Hayes with the interruption. Try to go for a sneak attack. That's so like Melo, isn't it? Oh, Santos Escobar was about to finish it. Andrade. Oh, that elbow. 1, 2, and oh my God. Still. Jesus Lord. And the crowd getting behind Andrade. This has been a crazy match. Elektra, get your purdy ass down from there. Oh man, Melo did it again. He moved him out of the way. Oh man, Santos Escobar is your winner. He has defeated Andrade, which means he will now be the number 1 contender to face LA Knight. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I wonder what this means for Andrade, though. I mean, Andrade obviously is going to have to deal with Melo. All righty then. Let's see what everybody else is saying in the chat. Bobby believes in Joe Hendry. Jeffrey says speed tournaments are Wednesdays at 12 noon on Twitter if anyone's interested. Jordan says, okay, honey, I know you want me to stop the Roman debate, but if you would put Roman and Cody together, would it work? Not as well as it would, not as well as it did with Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. I'll tell you that much. I mean, Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. That worked. That they were like peanut butter and jelly for that tag team run, and they were really good and they were funny. Roman versus Cody. I would have to think about that one and would it work? I'm not sure if it would. Here comes DIY heading to the ring. And of course, I would never want anyone to stop the Roman debate. Please. Please. I'll debate about Roman all day, okay? All day. Like Austin Theory. Dad says there's a speed title belt. It's just fast. It's just too fast to see. Dad being dad with the dad jokes. You gotta love the dad jokes. Dad. Oh man, if Honey doesn't be a part of this debate, what are we doing? I assume you're talking about the electoral debate between Vice City and Strattonville. You best believe I will be a part of that debate. Cindy said, Cindy has some comments for the co-mayors, plural, co-mayors of Vice City and the councilman. It's very male of them to turn a women's wrestling talk broadcast about a debate over men's egos. Oh my goodness, this tea is getting hotter by the second. Cindy, girl, woo-wee. Talk about breaking out the heavy artillery. Holy shit. Cliff said, I want all three shows to have their women's tag team championship. I want real tag teams, not women throw together. I agree. I feel like something's slow cooking with the tag team division. I feel like there's going to be a lot more. I'm glad that we're seeing a lot more of it this week, because for a while there was a lot of times where we were saying there isn't a tag team division in WWE anymore, especially now that the titles are traveling a lot. I really do feel like they should all have titles in their respective brands, but I get what they're doing when they don't have it. I get what they're doing with the titles traveling, so that way they can be able to put over those in NXT, put over those in Raw, put over those in SmackDown, just to keep the tag team divisions cooking. So I mean, I honestly don't know what the end game is here, but I can only hope that that they do things the best way that they can, the correct way, and to make sure that we actually have a solid division, both for the men's and women's, because it just seems like they kind of faded a little bit, and maybe that was for good reason, because they're cooking up some new rivalries and new teams. But yeah, even in NXT too. Jeffrey says there was one bad promo about a mustache. One of them was like, what does a mustache mean? I don't have one, but he clearly had one. It was so bad, it was funny. Yeah. What is the mustache? Oh man, I don't know if I even want to remember that promo. Bobby says tonight Wendy Chu will be on next NXT Level Up against Lainey Reed. Oh yes, that's a big deal. That's huge. That's awesome. Good for Lainey Reed. We love that. And SmackDown is paying tribute. SmackDown is paying tribute to the late great Kevin Sullivan, who just passed away. We got an announcement today. It's been known all over the socials in the wrestling world. Definitely lost a legend in Kevin Sullivan. He was battling a lot of medical and health issues, and unfortunately, as a result, he had succumbed to those issues as well, and we just send all our love and prayers and condolences to the Sullivan family and all of his friends and people he's worked with, all the superstars who were very familiar with him. He was definitely one of the greatest heels in wrestling history, and a lot of people would say that he was kind of like a Ric Flair as far as not knowing when to stop wrestling, but he made it work some way somehow. And yeah, we just want to send our love out to the Sullivan family, and just sleep in peace, legend. You can rest now. let's just shift gears over here because we're still in our SmackDown watch along. We have 30 minutes left, which means that our tribal chief will be arriving very soon. And before that happens, we are going to see DIY take on Pretty Deadly. Of course, you have to save the best for last. Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, will be returning and addressing the WWE universe, as well as here the WWT universe. And I appreciate everybody for all your great energy in the chat, as always, during these watch alongs. It makes it so worth it. You have no idea. Especially when there's so much going on outside of the podcast, and it's outside world. It's always fun to be able to sit here and spend some time with you guys and just talk about the thing we love, and that's wrestling. Santos ain't winning though. Sorry, Kirby. He might have been wrong on that one. But Santos is the number one contender. Congrats to Santos Escobar and a great match by him and Andrade. Jordan says Honey's gonna have a Roman theme room in her house, and I'm calling it. You know what? I'm surprised I don't have anything Roman in this room, but I do have the Fiend and Bray Wyatt stuff all up in here, for sure. You know what? Yeah, I don't have any Roman pictures. I need to get a Roman picture. Thank you for that sentiment, Jordan. You just giving me an idea. I'm gonna have to get some wrestling posters. Jeffrey says Cindy ain't playing any favorites. It's no shade. Bobby says former WWE Zion Quinn will be debuting on TNA Explosion against Steve Macklin. Wow. Zion Quinn. And you know what? That's another one, low key, that I felt was like a missed opportunity. Because I feel like Zion Quinn had something. I feel like he definitely could have made a mark in NXT in a bigger way than how they booked him. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why that happened, but hey, he's on TNA, so technically he's still kind of in that partnership with WWE. So who knows? He might resurface on NXT. He could go at all ego Ethan Page and take that title off his goofy ass. No, I'm kidding. Dad says Cindy ain't playing around. Speak your truth, lady. Jeffrey says, speaking of TNA, I got to catch up on that last episode. Cliff says, I think WoW does a good job with their tag team division. Yes, they do. And you guys can check out our content here on WWT. We have a lot of also content and interviews with the women of WoW. And there's a lot of we have a lot of our co-hosts that do shows based on WoW as well. So shout outs to the ladies of WWT and shout outs to the ladies of WoW, Women of Wrestling. So we have a celebration party for Miss Tiffy in the Bank throwing Nia Jax a party. And then we have Naomi one-on-one with Blair Davenport. I feel like this match is going to slap. That match is going to be good. Don't sleep on Blair Davenport, y'all. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Dad says RIP to Kevin Sullivan. Jeffrey says, honey, when you get a chance, watch What Do You Want to Talk About episode with Bianca Belair. It was so good. You know, I have yet to catch up on any of these Cody Rhodes podcasts episodes. I need to catch. I don't know when he started it, but I really need to catch up with it. I want to see what I want to see how he runs his podcast. It's pretty cool. I love watching all kinds of things like that because it helps me with here. And it's just such great content. It's always nice to get a little behind the curtain feel of, what the wrestlers are feeling and what they're going through and what they see for the future and things that they could talk about. Cliff said, I had no idea he was sick, talking about Kevin Sullivan, of course, saying God bless him and his loved ones. Cindy said, I don't know if anyone noticed at SummerSlam, but he looked even fitter than before. We talking about Roman? Roman, like every time I see Roman come back, I feel like he ages, like he just looks so different. Like he looked like an absolute legend. Like he already looked like he's not in the Hall of Fame yet, but he looked like he was a Hall of Famer. You get what I'm saying? He had that Hall of Fame aura about him. And here we go. Pretty deadly. Everybody get your fans blowing in the wind and your slow-mo. Get your slow-mo posing on. Yes. Yes, boy. I love it. They're so funny. I can't with these two. Their outfits. These outfits. Bobby says, I agree with you, honey, about Zion Quinn. Yeah, man. That was a total flop. I understand. So what if he did a little Shawn Michaels karaoke? That was a fun moment. That was a fun time. But I felt like they could have definitely made him a more serious character, especially like with guys like Dijak. I mean, or even Obafemi, you know what I'm saying? Brooks Jensen, and shoot, Josh Briggs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there could have been a lot of cool elements for Zion Quinn, even against Trick Williams or even Wesley. He has a great wrestling background too. So I mean, I could have seen a lot happen for Zion Quinn in NXT, but all power to him, and we wish him well on TNA. And we just support the wrestlers, support the work. A-Town Down Under is whining, says Boza. Who cares? Who cares? Let them whine. That's what they do. Dad says, if I remember correctly, Kevin Sullivan introduced the Big Show in the dungeon on WCW. Yes, and I believe they did show that that little a clip of that segment when they were doing the tribute for him. Yeah, man. When the Big Show was the giant Paul White. And here goes DIY gonna fly. Oh, and it didn't work. Yes, boy. The ruffles on these shirts. Oh, nice little drop kicks there by DIY. And here we go. I miss when Ciampa used to do that as the psycho killer, though, honestly. I miss when he used to sit on the edge of it after like completely beating the crap out of whoever he was beating up and then just sit there and just laugh and piss everybody off. Remember when Ciampa had no music? That was peak Ciampa for me, man. Psycho Killer Ciampa was my Ciampa with the NXT Goldie Championship. Yeah, man, for sure. Boza says next week Grayson Waller versus Kevin Owens. Thank you, Austin. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Catwalk and disco time. Yes, boys. Everybody all here for Pretty Deadly. Pretty revived. Jeffrey, you are a clown. Love it. That's so funny. So, honey, guess who showed up during Tommaso trying to RKO Randy Orton? It was one American badass. It was. Huh. That's right. Long time ago, man. If you know, you know, guys. If you know, you know. Oh my God. And we're counting down the minutes to when we see our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, finally make his impactful return here tonight on Smackdown at Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to see or hear what the hell he's got to say. I'm curious to see where this is going to go because the last thing I remember Triple H saying about anything related to Roman Reigns was after the press conference. He said when Roman comes back and whenever he's ready to come back, he's probably going to be involved in one of the craziest storylines, I think, and the fans are going to go nuts. So, and he said at SummerSlam, we ain't seen nothing yet. We're not even done with the year, y'all. We're not even done with the year. Where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go from here? Bash in Berlin. I need to see what date that's going to be. Let's look it up. I know they have the poster up by now. There it is. Bash in Berlin. Oh, Saturday, August 31st, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, good. I'll be able to watch it. How lovely. Prestige personified. 3 weeks from tomorrow, the world heavyweight champion Gunther leads the way to Germany for its first major WWE premium live event. That place is going to be loud. That place is going to be loud. It's going to be nuts. Jeffrey says, I miss Ciampa doing promos and throwing the chair. Oh my God, me too. Me too. Like, even when they did it together, DIY used to do it to do that together. Or was it Ciampa and Thatcher or somebody like that? I don't know. But Ciampa alone doing it is great, especially as the NXT champion. Dad says Pretty Deadly is so pretty. So pretty with them florals and them ruffles and the sparkles and the yes boys. Bobby says, who would you like to see wrestle against Trish Stratus if she comes back for another run in WWE? I would. That's a good question. I like that question. Thanks, Bobby, for the question. I think, I think I'm going to have to go with Tiffany Stratton. I would like to see her against Tiffany Stratton. I also would like to see her finish her business with Zoe Stark. Possibly. You know what? Screw it. Give me Trish and Zelina Vega. I'll take it. But then they're going to go against my girl, and I don't know if I want that, and that'll be too hard for me to choose because I love them both. Trish was my favorite in the Attitude Era, besides Lita, of course, but Trish was always my number one girl. And yeah, I don't know if I want that kind of heat on my girl Zelina because she deserves to be pushed. Hashtag, by the way, hashtag push Zelina. You hear me? People in the back, you hear me? Bookers, book it and book her and push Zelina. But yeah, that's my answer. Those are my answers. Zoe Stark and even Zelina Vega, as well as Tiffany Stratton. And they also have kind of had an interaction already when they were in Toronto at Money in the Bank. So that might be revived. So I think you're onto something there. Jeffrey says, honey, make sure you catch Cody's What Do You Want to Talk About with Bianca Belair. I got to definitely check it out. Jeffrey says it was Thatcher, I remember. Liv versus Trish. Cliff, that's a very good one. Liv versus Trish would be nasty. Shatter Machine by DIY. Here we go. DIY is kicking it up a notch. And I can't help but wonder if we're going to see a double super kick. And boom, we got a knee and a super kick at the same damn time. And 1 and 2 and a 3. DIY are your number one contenders yet again for the titles, for the tag team titles. Jeffrey says Bianca Belair could be one to face Trish. She gonna beat Trish's ass. I didn't say Bianca and Jade for those simple reasons. I mean, I know Trish ain't scared of nobody. She's had her share of getting thrown around by some super heavyweight girls. But Jade and Bianca against Trish, they will completely obliterate her. It's basically like China versus Ivory at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Squash, complete squash. And I don't know if Trish, being the Hall of Famer that she is, deserves to be squashed like that. So keep them on the tag team side. Maybe Trish and Naomi would be fun. Maybe. Jeffrey says, push Zelina ZV Army. Hashtag, yes, I want to see more push Zelinas in this chat right now. Damn it. Push my girl. Push my homie. Oh, Solo's waiting for him. Tama Tonga has informed him that they've looked everywhere all night and he's not here. Solo is coming back out. Here we go. And if there's anybody, I mean, Cody Rhodes, I know he ain't afraid of anybody. Neither's Kevin Owens, neither's Randy Orton. But if there's someone who's definitely not afraid of his younger cousins, it's Roman Reigns. He will sun the shit out of them, okay? Roman Reigns is the big dog around these parts. And I can't wait to see what's about to transpire because it's the final 15 minutes of SmackDown and our Honey Night SmackDown watch along, and the time has come. Solo Sikoa is making his way to the ring, probably like Boza says here, to do more bitching, which is exactly what he's going to do. And our tribal chief is going to put him in his place and remind him that you are not the tribal chief, sir, because there's already been a tribal chief appointed. Look at all those Roman signs. I haven't seen this many Roman signs in never. Like never. Even when he was believed that Roman, like, nope. Like, come on now. DIY and Street Profits decide to see versus the Street Profits to decide who's the real number one contenders. That's going to be amazing. Dad praising Trish Stratus. Time to rock and roll, tributing her theme song there. And we're going to commercial again. You guys are killing me. We can't. I need Roman to talk. I need him to have the mic in his hand. I don't want to see just him come out and that's it. Listen, I need more. I need more. You're not going to do this to me. My tribal chief had no words. He just showed up and did what needed to be done, handled Solo, and left. Okay. I need him to speak tonight. I really do. I would love to hear from my tribal chief. It's been a whole summer without hearing my tribal chief. The only time we've actually heard the tribal chief is through here, right here on Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling network on the planet. And if you're just joining us, you're probably living under a rock. But our tribal chief is about to return, so I suggest you kick up the volume for the TV. And unless you've been living under a rock,
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.
you know that we acknowledge the OTC here on Women's Wrestling Talk. Let's see. Hashtag push Zelina by Bobby. Thank you so much. Got to show love to my homie there. Jeffrey says Roman's going to show up out of nowhere. He's going to show up like an RKO, basically. Dad said things are about to get lit. You are not lying there. You are not the tribal chief with your baby Gap suit. Stop it. The roasting is hilarious. I'm so here for it. Jeffrey says you are not Cliff's. I'm sorry, I read that already. Cliff says Trish's battle with Jazz for years. No one was squashing her. That's true. Trish. Yeah. I completely. Oh my God. Shout outs to the legend, Jazz. David says, I remember Kevin Sullivan from the Varsity Club back in the days. Absolutely. Boza says, people are only loving the tribal chief because of this version of the bloodline. I'm telling you, man. I blame the Cody crybabies. It's all y'all fault. All y'all fault. Jordan asking me, what did I do? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Unless you're talking about like the little clips that we have here. Just pressing some buttons and having some fun. Cliff says, Anthony, did your daughter get her love of wrestling from you? That's exactly where he got it from. And a couple of weeks ago, somebody asked me this question about how I got into wrestling. And I explained the whole story. It was definitely because of my dad. It was just something that, I was his little sidekick as I was a baby, and he'd sit me right next to him, and I would have Barbies on one side and wrestling toys on another, and a wrestling ring, the rubber figures and all of that. It was just something that just stuck with me. And when guys like Undertaker and Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart showed up, like I was hooked, instantly hooked. And then it just grew from there. And it's been such a great ride because I love being a wrestling fan. It's such great storytelling, and for me, it's always been an escape, kind of like how it's kind of the way Bray Wyatt described it. He probably described it best. RIP to the late great Bray Wyatt, which his anniversary is already coming soon, which is crazy to me. it just like it's so nuts. I'll never forget where I was when it happened. But I would have to tribute Bray Wyatt's quote. I'm gonna see if I could find it on his Instagram. He had posted it when this is the best way that I could describe it. Wrestling is not a love story. It's a fairy tale for masochists, a comedy for people who criticize punchlines, a fantasy most can't understand, a spectacle no one can deny. Lines are blurred, heroes are villains, budgets are cut, business is business, but it can also be the land where dead men walk, where honor makes you elite, where demons run for office, and rock bottom is a reason to rejoice. It's an escape, a reason to point the blame at anyone but yourself for 2 to 3 hours, an excuse to be a kid again, and nothing matters except the moment that we are in. Wrestling is not a love story. It's much more. It's hope. And in a world surrounded in hate, greed, and violence, a world where closure may never come, we all know a place that has hot and cold hope on tap, for better or for worse. He posted that on August 7th, 2022. 2 years ago, which would have been 2 years ago, 2 days ago, which is crazy. Everybody wants Roman. We don't want to acknowledge you. And the screen went black a little bit. I'm assuming that people were throwing their ones up, if you know what I'm saying. But yes, if there's any way that I could describe my love for wrestling, it would definitely be to relate to Wyndham Rotunda's perfect explanation of how it makes you feel. So yeah, I'm a diehard fan and I've always loved it. David, you listen, you playing with fire, son. Roman Reigns is a fraud. Solo Sikoa will punish him when he sees him. Well, he's saying, you want this? Come get it from me. Let's go, Roman. Hit the music. Hit that music. Let's go. Bang the drums, baby. There's the pop. Here he is. Our tribal chief is here. And we got 8 minutes, so y'all better make this freaking quick, okay? We need to absorb these like I almost did. I will not fall out of my chair. I must remain in control for my tribal chief. Everybody put your ones up. I want to see ones in the chat right now. I want to see bloodline symbols. I want to see OTC all in the chat right now. Woo! Yes. There he is. Our OTC is back on Fox, baby. Looking good. New pyro. I love it. New fireworks. I love it, Roman. And this was the version of his theme song from WrestleMania. What are y'all gonna do? What are you gonna do? Come on now. Boo, get out of here. You trying to nope, don't you dare lay hands on my tribal chief. Yup. Bye, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Oh my God, they knocked the stairs off. Oh, crushing Tama Tongaloa, crushing Tama Tonga with the stairs, with the steel steps. Roman is pissed. He's done with y'all shit. He's done with y'all. Now what, Solo? You by yourself. Uh-huh. Yep. The betrayal, the blasphemy, the deceit. Let me see your ones up in this chat right now. Let's go. Light it up. Light the chat up with some ones. I need ones in the air. They're chanting OTC. Roman is in the building and he is in the ring facing Solo Sikoa. Oh my God. Somebody put a mic in this man's hand. We got 5 minutes. Yeah. Punch him, beat him, smack him, fuck him up. Sorry for the cursing, but I don't care. I'm hyped right now. Let's go, Tribal Chief. Yeah, Superman punch, baby. Let's go. Come on now, Roman. Just listen. Ooh, I love it. Oh, come on now. Bullshit. Grab your necklace. That's yours. Take what's rightfully yours back. Take your throne back and your rightful place as the real tribal chief, the true tribal chief, the OTC, the original. Oh, you sons of bitches. Listen, guys, Boza, I wouldn't just call that any lay. This is a very sacred item in the land of Samoa, and they take that very seriously. It's very sacred to them, just like lays in Hawaii as well. It's all relative, but I wouldn't call that just a lay. Like, that is a very specific, special necklace, and real chiefs wear that necklace. Let's go. Superman punch. Let's go. Let's go. You will acknowledge your true tribal chief, damn it. Sick of y'all shit. Tired of y'all. Done with y'all. Get out of here like Logan Paul. Bye. Good riddance. Where's that spear? Come on now, Tongaloa. You get one too. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Uh-oh. OTC. Everyone acknowledge Roman Reigns, damn it. Roman does need the OG bloodline. No, not rude at all. Not rude at all, Jaboza. You're good here. Acknowledge Roman Reigns, and he's going around, and boom! Tama Tonga through the freaking platform right there. Holy cow. Holy cow. Acknowledge your tribal chief. He completely busted through the barricades, and he is whipping Tongaloa with the chair, just going in and go, and one after the other. Holy God. Roman is relentless. And now, honestly, think about it though, Boza. This isn't just over any lay. This was the lay that was placed, the Ulafala necklace that was placed on his neck by his father. You got to think about that. You ain't the man. Why you ducking, Solo? This is y'all tribal. This your king? This your tribal chief? A coward? This man didn't even say a word, bro. This man didn't even say a word. Oh, I'm gonna give you one chance. You understand me? He's gonna Solo. He's gonna fuck him up, guys. He's gonna fuck him up. Oh my goodness. I'm so sad that he didn't get a mic, but you knew damn well there wasn't going to be no talking. There was definitely going to be some hands being thrown. And Roman didn't need help to beat the bloodline. Just to be the Timu bloodline, because we know this ain't the real bloodline. Yeah, Roman didn't need help to wipe the floor with them just now. Nobody came out to, and you know what? Not for nothing, nobody's going to come out to help Roman, because he's beating every single person on that roster. Oh, shit. Jordan says we need Roman, Jimmy, and Jay. Yes, the hell we do. Boza says, oh, yeah, I forgot. That's correct. His father's last public appearance. Yes. You guys got to remember how intense this is and how deep this really runs. And also with his father, with his unfortunate passing, this makes this storyline even stronger for Roman. And not for nothing, this is going to be a well-told story. I never thought that him losing the title, first of all, I didn't think he was going to be losing the title at Mania, but since we're here and he did, I never saw the storyline turning out to be this way. Dad says, yep, very well put, Dad. We need this kind of Roman, a relentless, angry face. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just full and just betrayed and distraught at the fact that his own family would try to take over everything that he worked so hard to build and just have it crumble to the ground like that. That will not be the work of the tribal chief in vain. There will be no tarnishing of the tribal chief's work at all. Boza says that tribal chief is scared of the real tribal chief. Listen. He's not a tribal chief. He never was. He just thought he was. Cliff also believes that they will bring more members. David says they were going to put Roman Reigns in a hospital. Doesn't seem like that happened, but great prediction. Boza says, I know Berlin is 22 days away, but do they do Roman versus Solo there or wait till Bad Blood? I would like to see that at Bad Blood. It would make sense, being that they share blood and it's bloodline related. I feel like that would be really cool. But they had me really convinced that the bloodline was going to run that whole pay-per-view. I was so scared that Cody was going to lose and I was going to have to deal with the fact that I had seen my tribal chief lose at one of the biggest WrestleManias ever. For him to pass on Cody, to pass Cody Rhodes the title, for him to just drop it to Solo at SummerSlam. That would have that would have thrown me for a loop, and you probably would have gotten a different kind of version of me tonight if that did happen. But thank God we didn't, and we are here, and now all we got to do is just wait. Because when one family member's around, the others are not far behind. You got Jimmy, you got Jay. I would even say Sammy Uso. Okay? I would say the honorary Uso would even show up on some Avengers shit. Even Cody Rhodes. But then there's also the point of Zilla. We know he was in the audience during SummerSlam. There's also Hikuleo, who just signed with WWE, and he's like a 7-foot tall version of Roman Reigns, kind of looking, long black hair, and he looks dangerous. He looks dangerous. So there's going to be a lot going on with this bloodline story, and it's only just begun. I mean, I've been saying it the last couple of weeks. I don't even know what inning we're in anymore. I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. I'm not even gonna count. Like I'm not even gonna calculate where it could go or how it's gonna go. I'm just gonna watch it play out and enjoy the freaking ride. I'm so here for it. Boza says, imagine if that Roman has his wise man back. Listen, we're gonna get everybody back. You're gonna hear Paul Heyman on that mic. You best believe it. Boza says he'll have to recreate his bloodline to deal with the Timu bloodline. Absolutely. Jordan says we need Yeet. We need Sammy Uso. We need to see Hikuleo. Yep, bring them all on, man. Bring them all on and bring the original bloodline back. How crazy would that be? That's something I never thought I'd be seeing this year if it were to happen. That would be amazing. Boza also says the fact that Roman returned probably a month after burying his father. I think he did the day of Money in the Bank because fans were wanting Roman there, but I saw pics he was burying his dad. Yes. There was some videos that were resurfacing of them, having a celebration of life. In their tradition, they wear white for funerals. And honestly, I love that sentiment. I think that's very enlightening, and it's also special. And I'm sure they spent so much time talking about, the great times and family times and what impact his father had on their personal lives, as well as being able to put food on the table and becoming a wrestling legend, and a Hall of Famer even. Mark McCoy, thank you for joining us. He said, I wanted to see Zilla tonight. Honestly, that would be dope, but I think they're going to be waiting on Zilla for quite some time. Cliff says, remember, Jay will be teaming up with Sammy for the tag titles on Raw soon. That is very true, because we have seen them interact the last couple of weeks. Bobby says the real tribal chief will beat the fake tribal chief. God willing, you best believe it. Jeffrey says, sorry, honey, I had to leave and take in Roman kicking Timu Bloodline's ass. David is asking me to put some respect on Solo's name. I would put some respect on Solo's name if he wasn't 5-42. JD Smith, great to see you. Thanks for joining. Jeffrey also said we respected to Solo when he didn't talk. Right. Exactly. Point well taken, sir. I love it. But yeah, nevertheless, this was an enjoyable watch along. This was so great. Our tribal chief is officially back. I just can't wait for him to have a mic in his hand so he could talk. But I know that can't happen without the wise man. It can't happen without the wise man. And we just might have to wait on that a little bit longer. There's still so much going on and so much in store and so many stories being built as we speak. It's like a huge, and Marie Shadows, shout outs to Marie Shadows, one of our other great co-hosts here at WWT. She did say it's kind of like a chess game that's being played and there's different pieces coming together. And I think it's going to turn out to be a great second half of the year. It's going to be pretty nuts. I can't help but feel like it's just going to get crazier and crazier. And like Triple H said, we haven't seen nothing yet. We haven't seen nothing yet. But I think that is all for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for our Honey Night Smackdown watch along here on WWT. Make sure you guys find me on all the socials. Wrestling with Honey TikTok, Wrestling with Honey Wrestling with Honey Instagram, Wrestling W Honey on Facebook. And please like and subscribe and share with your friends and tell them to like and subscribe as well. I'm trying to get, my goal right now currently is to get to 100 subscribers, and I'm almost there and I need your help. So please make sure you like and subscribe the new YouTube that's going to be launching soon. The Wrestling with Honey podcast. And I really, really appreciate all of your energy. You guys were so amazing tonight. Let's see. A lot of people rocking with Solo, a lot of people rocking with Roman, the original tribal chief. And you know, that's okay. We may stand divided on opinions, but you know what? We're still here together as a WWT family. And I thank you so much for being part of this experience and part of this watch along. You guys are so great. Bobby, shout outs to Bobby, shout outs to Dad, David, Cliff. I see a lot of new faces in here as well that I haven't seen. Jeffrey, always a pleasure. You guys are so great. Matt in the chat, our producer from the future, Dylan, Boza, JD Smith for popping on in, Mark McCoy, pleasure. Thank you so much. Cindy, let's see. I think I said David. Jordan Kirby, thank you so much for all the questions and your conversations. It was so great to have you. Make sure you guys stick around, man. Stick around and stick with me every Friday. This is where we're at every Friday night. This has been a wonderful watch along. I feel like I'm missing someone. Eric, yes, Eric, there you are. I was looking for somebody else there. And you guys were so great tonight. Shout outs to all of you. And Ashley Valdez, my condolences to you. For your pup. Condolences to the Sullivan family. Happy birthday to Shayna Baszler. Happy birthday to Alexa Bliss. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you guys stay safe, especially with this nasty weather if you're on the East Coast. And just, you know, enjoy yourselves. And we will see you back here next week. I will be here on Monday with the crew. I will be with the crew on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. You know, you guys can find me here on WWT Live with the crew. Make sure you guys tune in, because in a couple of weeks we will be having an electoral debate between the Councilman FYRE and our esteemed mayor or co-mayor, not sure, of Vice City, said. And check out all the cool things they got going on. Shout outs to Professor, shout outs to the boss lady TK, shout outs to everybody as part of the WWT team and crew, and for allowing me to have such a great platform to be able to do this cool stuff with you guys for our Honey Night Smackdown watch along. But that's all for now. I've already spoken way too much, and I've taken up 2 hours of your time. So now it's nighttime and time to get some rest. I wish you guys well. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. You guys take care, and don't forget to acknowledge your tribal chief. Always.
I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
So thank you for joining me on the Honey Night Smackdown. This is Wrestling with Honey signing off on behalf of Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Ciao for now, guys.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at wwtalkpod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at wwtalkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.